Hey everyone, my name is Jen and I'm the Director of Marketing here at EverRise. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am about EverBridge. I was actually so excited that yesterday during our AMA, I had started the AMA an hour earlier because I was just so thrilled to give you guys the news. This expansion into Polygon and Ethereum has huge implications for the future of this project, for the future of the holders, and everyone who's here. I know there's been a lot of questions about the bridge, the supply, and all that fun stuff. And I just want to emphasize one thing. You guys have heard me say it before, so I'll say it again. 3 chains, 1 supply. That's huge. Before we dig into it anymore, today is really big because we're actually going to be unveiling some of the UX and UI of EverBridge. So without further ado, we have a little demo that we're going to show you guys, and then we're going to kick it off with a little bit of a roundtable discussion with the core team, and then we'll open the floor up for AMAs.
Hi guys, my name's Jason and I'm the Senior Creative Content Manager at EverRise, and today it's my pleasure to take you through the public test demo of EverBridge. For the purpose of demonstration, we will be connected to the Ethereum, Polygon and BSC test networks. And you can see that our BSC wallet holds just over 9.9 trillion tokens. On Ethereum, we have just over 5 trillion tokens, and on the MATIC testnet, we have just 7 trillion tokens. First, we will select the BSC network in MetaMask, and we will transfer 1 trillion tokens to Ethereum. In the dApp, you will now see the option to use EverBridge, where you will find the token transfer screen. You may enter manually, use a slider, or you can use the percentage boxes. This will populate once you connect your wallet, and it will show your total balance of tokens. You may select the To network below the token amount, which will automatically transfer tokens back to the connected wallet address connected to the bridge. Please note, if you want to send to a new wallet address, you may do so by clicking the advanced menu option. Once the transaction is initiated, a signature request will pop up, and you will see a status bar at the top of the page. Once the signature is confirmed, a transaction approval pop-up will then show. This shows the token transfer amount. Once you confirm the transfer amount, a final gas fee transaction will appear, which when accepted initiates the token transfer from, in this case, BSC to Ethereum. A successful transaction will show a green confirmation on the top right hand side of the screen, and you'll also notice that your available tokens will change in the transfer bar. In order to switch the From token network, you must switch the connected network type in your MetaMask or Trust wallet, so here we will switch now to Ethereum. You can see that our Ethereum balance has now increased from 5 trillion to 6 trillion. And we will now repeat the process again. This time, sending 2 trillion tokens to the Polygon network. The same pop-up happens for the signature, approval, and gas fees as before. A total of 6 transfer methods can be done on the 3 chains connected via the bridge. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration today, and I look forward to welcoming all new users onto the bridge from the 5th of October this year.
That was special. What a pleasure to be able to see that. Honestly, I'm blown away. Titan, Suresh, you are a genius. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Thank you for putting this together so quickly. It blows my mind that you've done this in record time. I think this is record time for all the crypto. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, what we're able to accomplish here at EverRise compared to, other projects, they may take like a year, 2 years to build something like this. I mean, this wasn't even in our initial roadmap. We had this plan. We put it together and it went from idea to execution and creation in 3 weeks, which is mind-blowing. So round of applause for you, Suresh. That's amazing. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the demo. I'm sitting here with the core team on EverRise. We have Suresh, Jen, and Aleksi, who you know is Guard. So thank you guys for joining us. Let's open it up to a round table. What did you guys think of that demo?
I just have to say, I think I'm really blown away at the speed in which our team is able to iterate on things. And just like the UI looks so clean, like the fact that this all happened and the UI is functional and it's actually user friendly, like it just blows my mind. So I'm I'm excited about that. I think that's going to help with adoption, but I'm also just really excited for us to be moving over to Ethereum and Polygon. I think it's absolutely huge and a game changer for the future of where we could go.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I think it's absolutely incredible that we're not actually doing just one bridge, but that we're bridging in this kind of doing this kind of 3-point bridge, because it means, you know, our own holders can make extra cash with, you know, with the arbitrage opportunities that happen, and they will pretty much be endless because it's a 3-body problem. And I mean, the fact that we are also, you know, diversifying not just into Ethereum, which is this well-established huge market, but also Polygon / MATIC, which is a growing market that is just set to expand in the next few years. So like these are the two things that I think are so incredible about this, and the fact that it happened so quickly. I mean, the fact that it's diversifies you just as a Rise holder. You're not just on the BSC now, you're also on Ethereum and you're also on Polygon, which gives you massive exposure to various kinds of things. And the fact that it's got, you know, 3 parts to it is just incredible. I'm very excited.
Oh, Suresh, you're on mute.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like, yeah, first of all, like the credit is not to me alone. Like I got 2 solid developers behind me. There is a force for me. So they are working in and out, like whatever I want, like they're just doing it pretty good, like so fast. I'm thrilled with that. Yeah, I mean, like bridge was not all planned in the initial, like whenever, like I never actually planned for the bridge or like going to different chains, but we thought we need to go to the different blockchains to get more exposure and everything. So that's the reason we started bridge as soon as the EverOwn is out, and we're able to finish it up pretty fast. Yeah, I mean, I know like those 2 are like working really hard, so thankful to them.
Amazing. So with that said, let's open it up to some questions. So we had the community submit some questions. I have a few written down, so I'll just pose them, and then whoever wants to jump in, feel free. First question: will all tokens that use EverBridge be exempt from the tokenomics?
I mean, by default, it won't be. We have to ask those projects to remove the tax for the bridge, and we'll force them to remove the bridge. If they want to come onto the bridge, if we force them, they will automatically remove it. So yeah, without tax, we can do it for every token, whichever comes to our bridge.
Awesome. How easy will it be to expand EverBridge to other blockchains in the future?
It might be a little bit difficult because, I mean, the reason we're able to go to Ethereum or Poly is because everything is like same language, whatever the underlying backend language. But if you want to go to ADA or any other Solana or something, it will be a little extra effort we have to put in, but we'll explore the options. It's not like we're stopping here. I mean, we'll look for the other opportunities as well.
Great. So here's a question from a developer. So I'm a developer on Ethereum, and I want to know if the rest of your dApps will release on Ethereum at the same time as BSC.
In the future, yes. Whenever we plan for the future dApps, once the Rise is there in all the networks, we'll plan for all the networks at any time. Like all the future dApps will release at the same time.
So that includes Polygon, right?
Yeah, includes Polygon.
Great.
Polygon has huge potential. I mean, I've personally been invested in Polygon for a long time, and I think that what they're doing is incredible, what they're building is incredible, and the fact that we're able to bring EverRise onto Polygon is huge for me personally and professionally. I think it's an absolute win. So another question: would Ethereum-based projects be able to pay the EverOwn fee on BNB? On the BNB side to get around Ethereum gas fees, which we all know would be a little high?
No, I mean, because everything is automatic. The payment is automatic within the portal, so we cannot actually have the BNB there unless we take out, I mean, like take the wrapped BNB or something, I mean, which I'm not planning. So it will be Ethereum on this because the same amount will be used for the other gas transfer. We need to maintain the same currency there.
Perfect. Let's change up the vibe a little bit right now. Let's focus a little bit on our marketing plans. So Jen, I'm going to put the spotlight on you a little bit. So what do we have in the pipeline that we're able to share?
Oh gosh, so there's a lot of stuff happening right now, actually. If you missed yesterday's AMA, you might have missed some key updates. One of the ones that I'm really excited about is the fact that we're actually revamping our website. So there will no longer be an EverRiseCoin.com website. It'll just be EverRise.com. This is partially to, one, create a website that's actually optimized, make sure we're driving all of our traffic to one area, and make sure that, like, if you're an investor and you're interested in the token side of the business, that you'll still be able to get information about the dApps. And if you're a developer, that you're still going to see information about the token. So that's one of the things. With regards to EverBridge specifically, because I'm sure that's what you guys are all wondering about, we're going to start our press push tomorrow, which is really exciting. We have a couple of other announcements not specifically related to EverBridge that will also be pushing concurrently with all of the EverBridge stuff, which is great. Influencer marketing is coming. I know I've been saying this for weeks, but it made sense for us to hold the influencers a little bit longer to try to line them up with once our Rise and MATIC pair is live and our Rise Ethereum pair is live. So that's what we'll be doing. You guys will finally get to see those influencers you've been asking for, the past couple of weeks here in the next couple of weeks. I think those are like the high level things that are coming to mind. TJ, did I miss anything?
Nothing. We have a couple press releases coming out, obviously.
Yeah.
Bunch of articles, tier 1 stuff. As I've mentioned with Jen in our weekly Twitter AMAs, we are a tier 1 token. We are a altcoin. We're a real altcoin. I know we're on the BSC and there's a lot of meme coins on the BSC, if you will, but it's really time for us to move past that, and we've outgrown it significantly. And we're really looking forward to taking the next step, and everything that we're going to do marketing wise, just everything encompassed into one is just going to be on a level that you would expect from a Cardano or a Chainlink or a token to that degree.
Yeah, and I just, like, adding on to that, I just want to say, like, thank you guys for your patience. I know oftentimes when people come invest in projects, like, one of the questions that everyone asks is like, oh, when's marketing happening? The type of marketing that we're looking at doing, and I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it on the AMAs, it's targeted. We're optimizing things that we didn't have optimized before to make our lives easier in the long run. And some of these things just take time. You're going to be seeing a lot of shifts in messaging from us over the next couple of weeks. I think you'll see majority of it when we push the new website. But this is to set us up so we can actually have that enterprise success once we start, being on Ethereum and being on Polygon.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything you gentlemen want to add, or are we pretty much covered there?
Yeah, no, I don't think I have much to say about marketing, so I'll just leave it to you. You guys, you're the pros. Yeah, whatever you say, I believe it.
Amazing. With that said, guys, if you're wondering about David or Waso, David is having a couple technical difficulties on his end. We've been trying to sort out, and Waso is away this week. He'll be back in full force, ready for action come Monday. So we're all looking forward to having him back. That's the overall the core team here today. So here, let's get back to some questions on the tech side, Suresh. So how soon will I be able to use EverBridge for my project?
We wanted to use as early as possible, but we want to test out with Rise first without any issues. Once we are pretty much sure that everything is good, then we'll ask the other projects to come on board. Because this is the first time we're doing, we're not trying to use EverBridge, we're trying to create. We want to test out the product in production live. Once we are satisfied, we'll announce when the products come on board.
Perfect. Can the bridge be used to transfer Ethereum to BNB, not just bridgeable tokens?
Not right away. As I said, first we need to test out with Rise alone. Then we'll see the other opportunities.
Perfect. What is the fee implication of bridging from one network to another?
You will be paying only the gas fee. It's kind of a default amount what we charge. There will be minimum number of tokens which you can transfer between the bridges, I mean, you can't just transfer like one token. It has to be some minimum, because there is no point in transferring one token and charging a gas fee. There will be minimum, and also there will not be any fee on your tokens, and you'll be charged based on the network where you are transferring. Suppose if you're transferring to Ethereum, you'll be paying more. If you're transferring to Poly, you might pay less. It all depends on where you are transferring it. And money will be collected on the chain's native currency. So if it is BSC, it will be BNB. If it is Ethereum, it is ETH. If it is Poly, MATIC.
Awesome. So I have a question here for Jen. And while I ask this question, I just need to run to the other room and grab my computer charger because this one is not working for some reason. So Jen, I'm going to have you hold down the floor for a few minutes here. What do you think about Crypto Expo?
Like the event and like us going there?
I believe so. I believe that's all I got. So
I believe this is Crypto Expo Dubai, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Look, so we had talked about this yesterday. We are starting to plan some live events, which I'm actually really excited about. I think, going to conferences and having a presence there is really, really important. But I also think with where we are right now as a business and a brand, if we were to go to these expos and conferences, we'd probably go as attendees until we've built out our ecosystem a bit more and have like really laid down our thought leadership and foundation and having our ecosystem there to support our mission. Like at that point, that's when I would be interested in, pursuing keynote speaker opportunities for the team, doing more presentations. We could already do live panels if we wanted to, but we're focused on building right now. And one of the things that I've noticed go wrong in a lot of startup companies is they go out and they go do these events and they do the tours and they do the rounds. And then all of a sudden it turns out that their team actually isn't building anything because they're all too busy going out to conferences instead of building an actual product. So I know the conference scene and path, it looks sexy and it looks exciting. And it's definitely something that we'll be exploring here in the next couple of months, but it's not something that I'm looking for us to do in the immediate term. If that's, TJ, you're back. I didn't even see you pop back.
Yes. I ran pretty quick. Some chargers. This one just disappeared. Suresh, I need you to build MacBook chargers so they'll never break. So let's get back to questions for Suresh. Can the bridge, what is the fee implication of bridging from one network to another?
We already mentioned that one, right? I mean, for transferring or like for projects to create the bridges?
Of bridging from one network to another. So
I think we already answered about the investors transferring and they'll just pay the gas fee. But for projects, they need to hold RISE. Even anyone wants to use the EverBridge, they need to hold RISE. Simple, like RISE is our utility for the ecosystem.
Right.
And again, even they will be just paying the gas fees.
Yeah, any dApp that we develop is dependent on the RISE token. So that's a big thing. So whatever we do end up building, however big we do grow, we will use RISE to power everything that we create. Can the bridge be used to convert? That one was done as well. Will the lock tokens on the bridge receive reflections?
No reflections, no fees. Those are like completely out of circulation. Once it goes to locked, which means nobody can touch it. I mean, nobody can interact with them. Simple as that. So they will not have any taxes while transferring back, or they will not receive reflections. Everything will be stopped with that.
Perfect. I think that's what everyone was hoping to hear.
Suresh, I have a question about that I think could be interesting. Could you talk a little bit about like the security precautions we're taking with the tokens that we're locking in the bridge? Like, will those ever be compromised, or like, is there a potential for those tokens to be compromised?
Currently, let me say in a different way, no one has access to it. Even like See, this is how it works. We have a bridge on the, for example, if we take on the BSC side, we have a bridge and we have a vault. So all the tokens go into the vault, and whenever user tries to send the tokens to different networks, they contact the bridge contact the vault to retrieve or send it. Like, so no one has access to it, but through bridge, we can actually suppose, I mean, the reason is we have control in the sense as a product owner, because if something happens for the users, if they try to send from one bridge, if some transaction fails, we need to make sure that the tokens are not lost. So from the bridge, we will be able to trigger it, but we cannot touch those tokens. It's only like we have to trigger. So we cannot take out anything. So for the failed transaction, we can make it as successful again. So manually, you cannot take anything.
Great.
Great. And to kind of expand on that one, do locked tokens affect the proportion of reflections relative to the network? So say it be Ethereum, BSC, or Polygon.
I mean, once they are locked, you can just suppose if we transfer like 1 trillion from BSC to Ethereum, the 1 trillion token is locked on the BSC, but the 1 trillion is Ethereum, they will get the reflections. So on the BSC side, there is nothing will affect. On the Ethereum, they will start getting reflections.
Perfect. So any reason to separate the Ethereum and Polygon launch dates?
We are not separating. I mean, we are launching on 5th. The only thing what we said is the EverOwn will be launched separately for Poly, but the live date for both of them is same. But now, since you're asking the question, I'm just thinking it might be better if we actually separate out. We'll have 2 different events, 2 different everything. Like we can just launch on 5th for Ethereum, launch on 8th for Poly. I mean, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Suresh, you're aging me in real time.
I don't know. I thought I always want to give fast, but even like if you think about community perspective, if they want like different events, yeah, it gives more meaning also. And I don't think about marketing aspect or anything. I just want to deliver something and plan. And you have to give me the plan. I mean, it's not me.
I know.
Yeah, I think everybody in the panel is aging as we listen to this.
So another question. We'll change up the convo a little bit right here. So what about the starting price of Rise in Ethereum and MATIC? Will they be less or equal to the BSC chain?
Pretty much equal. Like we are going to set the same price. When we add the liquidity, we'll be having the option to set what is the initial price. When we add the liquidity, we'll make sure that it is pretty close to whatever we have in BSC. But as you said, the number of tokens and the liquidity will be so small. We're just giving the option for the people on the Ethereum to buy and trade. And once we have this bridge enabled for everybody, people can transfer the tokens. Yeah, but the price will be same on the launch.
Absolutely. So how will Rise holders, doesn't matter the network, BSC, Ethereum, or Polygon, benefit from projects signing up for EverBridge? The same way that they benefit for people signing up from EverOwn, bit goes to the Kraken, etc.
Yeah, so, for the other projects, the users, they need to have Rise tokens in them in order to transfer their tokens, which means they need to hold those tokens. That is indirectly affecting the Rise. I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. So what wallets will be able to use EverBridge?
Whatever the BEC, I mean, like BSC wallets like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Safe Wallet. I mean, what is it? Not Safe, SafePal, right? Yeah. So any wallet is fine. Like any ERC20 token compatible tokens, I mean, compatible wallets are fine.
And I also, I don't know if you guys caught this in the demo, but remember there's that advanced option and you can actually target a wallet to send the tokens to if it's a different wallet address than yours, I think.
Yeah, basically what we're saying is by default, all these wallet addresses share the same number, same wallet address in all the chains. Like if you go to MetaMask, you can have multiple chains configure and the wallet address is same. So when you try to do it, it will go to the same address by default. If you want to switch it to, if you want to send it to your friend, you can just give you the address of a different.
And there would be no tax if the additional wallet is set.
Yep.
Perfect. So a question for Gard. From a company side, what is the benefit of EverBridge?
I mean, so from the business side of things, it's obviously extremely beneficial in that, it gives us exposure to two markets. And the way that the markets have been chosen is one very established, huge one, and one very kind of promising and fast growing one. So I don't know if you noticed in the summer when everything else was falling down after the SNL debacle that happened with Doge and whatever, all the, that whole crash was happening. MATIC was the only thing that was still going up like a bullet, because MATIC is such a great, Polygon is such a great system. I mean, the minute I found out about it is the minute I invested. I looked into it and I invested pretty much immediately. So, I mean, MATIC is just a wonderful system, a wonderful scaling system for Ethereum. It is, I think, shows immense potential for growth. So it's an incredible market to be in, and we're in that market quite early. If we establish a presence in that market, then as MATIC or Polygon grows, we will grow with it. So and that's amazing. I mean, that's you guys get to benefit as Rise holders from the growth of Polygon, because that's what the liquidity pool is measured in. At the same time, we have this enormous well-established market where all the money is, and that's Ethereum. So that's why we're bridging to both of those things. You get like you holders get the same kind of exposure that we as a business get from these two markets. So it's a very, very good thing for the business.
Very well said. Yeah. Anyone have anything to add to that? I mean, I think that was pretty perfect as far as I'm concerned.
I think David would if he wasn't having mic issues.
Yeah, David and I talk a little bit about Polygon whenever because everybody needs a hobby, right? So David and I talk about Polygon, and I'm sure he would have something to say, but I'm not sure if his mic is working. He was here a little while ago, but
yeah, as you mentioned, he's been having technical difficulties all morning. So
yeah, so we've been listening to David basically going like, "Is this working? Can they hear me? Why can't they hear me?" And they were like, "David, we can hear you," but no, he's not. He's apparently can't hear us or can't get through or something.
Yes. Okay, so let's get back to a little bit of the bridge questions. So will gas fee vary depending on the amount of Rise transferred?
It's not about the amount of Rise, but because gas fees might vary on Ethereum, so it's pretty much big. So we might collect a standard fee. I mean, we haven't actually come to a conclusion like how much we have to do, but it will be standard. Doesn't depend on the Rise tokens.
Perfect. And how will the total market cap be calculated?
Total market cap is, for each chain, it will be separate. And it's just a simple formula, right? Number of tokens in circulation multiplied by the price. So yeah, it will vary. I mean, it's not the same market cap on all the chains. It will be different.
Right.
So the total kind of market penetration, if that's what people are interested in, I mean, so people look at market caps for different reasons, right? But the total market cap, which represents the total market penetration that Rise has as a portion of the whole crypto market, will obviously be like an average of those three market caps. So, it's I don't know. I probably shouldn't say any more than that. I mean, I'm about to go into a huge tirade about this, but that's what that represents, and it's quite easy to calculate.
Perfect. Will we eventually bridge to Cardano? Huge opportunity there. That was the question.
One at a time. First, let us finish off this one, then we'll think about the rest. We have so many other dApps planned.
It's crazy. And with you saying that, it actually leads me perfectly to the next question is, how do you develop these applications so quickly? Haven't seen this in other projects.
I mean, I'm passionate about the project, or like crypto. I mean, as I have been saying, like I don't have much experience in the crypto trading or anything. I am a developer basically. I mean, I love coding or anything. So thinking what can we do? If I work in a company, I need to tell. I mean, I'll be doing what they will tell me. But here I can choose what I can plan for the projects. As long as I have good team, we can do it.
Absolutely. And I've said it before. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 times more. I love our team. Our team is great. Our chemistry is like this. We all get along really well, and we work together really well, and we love what we do. And I think that's, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, I think I've certainly got a new kind of standard for what is fast and what's slow in the crypto space with Titan. And I've been now looking under the hood of the BSC space and the crypto space generally. And I think what's going on here is either Suresh is an exceptional developer, Suresh and his team, right? Because he does work with a team, and I know some of the team, they are really incredible people. So either that, or everybody else is really not very good at developing stuff, or both. So I don't know which one of these it is, or maybe it's both. But I mean, I'm certainly getting a new standard of how fast you can develop things. I've seen projects that have been working on their bridges for months and months and months and never seem to finish. And it's all about the hype and all about this. With us, we just make the products. Suresh makes the products. He puts them out. They're done. They are safe. They work perfectly. And I mean, I'm certainly getting a new standard here.
I think all I'll add on to that point is I think one of the most profound things Suresh has ever said was, if we can't get it and we want it, we'll build it. Simple. Like, that says it all,
Imagine having that power. Like, if we want something, we will build it. That blows me away. And it's not just words. I mean, it's been proven time and time again. We wanted to bridge, done in 3 weeks.
Not just one, though. Not just one, two.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to take that into account when you're looking at what EverRise is capable of doing, and the time that we can just get everything done properly, working well, without kinks, without flaws, and ready to go for public market. I mean, it's incredible. So, Suresh, big props to you and your whole team, your development team.
Thank you. Yeah, I have very good team, like, for the development.
Totally.
And I think there's sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think there's a tendency generally in life and in crypto to really overestimate how much people can achieve in a year and really underestimate how much people can achieve in 10 years. So if this is the pace at which we're going in the kind of 1 year time frame, I mean, imagine where this project is going to be if you give it like a decent sort of midterm projection. I mean, I can't even imagine where we'll be with this kind of pace. It's incredible.
Agreed. So let's get back to a couple more questions. So what is the next priority after this launch?
We are working on EverSwap and our wallet. Those will come out.
Ooh, I can't wait for those.
Yeah.
EverWallet is so good. I'm going to be the first customer.
I just had a talk with somebody in the development team today to get like a bit of a sneak peek or like a bit of a bit of info on how it's all going to work, and it's going to be great, guys. You're going to love it. It's great.
Amazing. I can't wait. So are the number of holders separated by their respective change, such as BSC skin or
yes.
Ether?
Yeah, each chain will have its own holders.
Yeah. So typically on an Ethereum coin, I mean, BSC coins have a lot more holders than Ethereum coins. So if there are, let's say, 500 holders on the Ethereum network, you won't see that addition to the BSC chain. Should we buy on the new networks or transfer over?
No comments. We cannot say anything.
Yeah, I don't think we can say anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm looking. fixing.
What I can tell you is that it's literally a 3-body problem. And if you Google 3-body problem, then you'll see why nobody can really tell you what you should do. It really is completely up to you. And the strategies that you could employ are literally endless. And that's kind of the beauty of it.
Amazing. EverWallet will be able to use EverBridge features like transfer between blockchains? ?
No, both are two different products. EverWallet is something like same as your MetaMask wallet, just another contract. There is no relation between them. Someone is knocking my door. Just give me a few minutes.
Awesome. Well, with that said, let's lean to the next question, which is kind of for us. So what is your favorite thing? Sorry. Thank you all for working so hard. What is your favorite thing about EverRise? So thank you for saying that. I'll say mine first. The team and just how quickly we're able to put amazing dApps together that haven't been built before. As if we were forking somebody's code and making changes. No, we're creating fresh, brand new code and just bringing it to life in a matter of sleeps as opposed to, months or years. So that's definitely my favorite thing.
Yeah, I will say, I think there's something adding on to everything that TJ said, that there's something really cutting edge about EverRise. And there's also just, it's not really something that I can explain, but I just have this feeling in my gut that this is something special. And I know, people will come and go in life and they'll be like, oh, this is something special. But no, for me, I was so overcome by that feeling that I literally quit my job. I called my bosses and I was like, yo, peace out. But I'll still transition out. But I have to go work on this. If I don't do that, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. And I think part of what contributes to that feeling of something special is the fact that the vision that Suresh has, the desire and the want to bring safety and security to blockchain technology across the board, not just Binance Smart Chain, not just Ethereum, but all of blockchain industry, right? That is really admirable. And honestly, if that means I can follow a mission like that for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? And it feels like we're a part of something new and we're a part of a revolution and we're a part of something disruptive. And that's all thanks to Suresh's vision. So that's probably, I guess, my long-winded way of saying that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, if you consider that long-winded, then, let me just get started here. No, I think I really have very little to add actually this time to what TJ and Jen just said. I mean, I would maybe say that in addition to, I literally those same things is what I would say exactly. I mean, I thought exactly the same way, that if I don't work on this, then I'm going to regret it. And so I ramped down the projects that I'm taking on in my day job. And started working on this pretty full on whenever I had a spare moment, and that's all because I just think it was so such a great system and with such great potential. But I think maybe the only little touch that I would add on top of everything that TJ and Jen just said is just that I think there's magic in the team, because you get a lot of projects where somebody is a good, shall we say, coin runner. So somebody who's good at this blockchain stuff and knows how to say things in the right way to be a kind of a hype master. And in some projects you have people who are really good marketers, and in some projects you have people who are really good administrators, and other projects still you have people who are good developers and can actually make things. With us, it is genuine. We have one of each of those. We have kind of a magic team where everybody's skills kind of fit together in a really nice way. And we have, on top of that, we've managed to, attract some real professionals into people who really know their stuff in finance or maybe even law or, whatever. And I mean, it really is magical when you get to the meetings. I always feel like after a long day, if I have a meeting with the staff or if I have a meeting with the core, I feel better afterwards. I feel like, wow, that was great. Like everybody's so smart and everybody's so capable and everybody knows their shit so well that it's just, so that's the one thing that I would add. That's the best thing I think about EverRise is there's that little magic in the team that they just fit together so well. And I couldn't ask to be working with better people.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks, Alex.
Now,
so you want to tell us thing?
Yeah. So now after this, we'll have the closed door version of that.
Suresh, what's your favorite thing about working at EverRise?
Everything is favorite. I can't say like I love EverRise now. I'm like I love the community. So can't say like this is favorite or anything. EverRise itself, the name itself is favorite for me.
I love that. That's great.
I still remember the day like when I told to Drew like I want to name this as EverRise because of the buyback. I mean it was like I don't know how I came to that, but yeah, I still love it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just joining us late, like if you're a new holder, we invented the buyback. That was the initial concept of EverRise. Is Suresh coded the buyback and brought it to crypto, which has now been forked over 2,000 times in different coins. And you see all these new coins that are launching that now just use the buyback method. They're like Rise Up or like different coins forking our name too. It's imitation is the highest form of flattery, I think. So you've obviously created something great if 2,000 people copying the code, and then there's a lot more buying it. So that's how EverRise started. We obviously transitioned into DeFi security and safety, which is our main goal, because there's just too much not kosher stuff going on, I think I could say. So that's where EverRise is standing right now. If you're just joining us, we are bridging to Ethereum and Polygon. I'm going to get to a couple more questions about that. One being, how does the buyback work on Ethereum and Polygon?
It is same as the BSC, except that there will not be any manual intervention. Like it will be auto buyback, but not for every sell, but it depends on like certain threshold. If some person sells more than this amount of tokens, then only it triggers. We want to reduce this manual intervention of buyback.
Perfect. So ETH and Polygon are both going to have automatic buybacks based on a certain token sell amount, which will be determined. So that's great. That's kind of getting back to our roots a little bit. I really like that. And we will not be susceptible to bot attacks. What steps have been taken regarding security of the bridge?
Yeah, I think we already covered on that, right? The same, like we are making sure that the vault is separate, bridge is separate, and vault holds the tokens, and everything will be done through the bridge.
Yeah. And it looks like I have one more question here. Rise in the ETH pairing and the Rise in the MATIC pairing are already showing up on DEX tools. Can you explain what we are looking at?
I mean, even if you want, you can go and create a new token with Rise right now and put it in. Anybody can do it. So far we are not there on ETH or MATIC. If anything is there, that is a different contract or like altogether different. It could
be careful. We're not launched yet on Ethereum or Polygon, so do not buy anything that you see there, because it's like a rug.
And I was just gonna emphasize, like, we are also doing a fair launch. There will be no pre-sales. If you see anything going around being like EverRise Ethereum pre-sale, like, no, don't do it. It is not safe.
It's just ironic. I mean, we're building all these things to make the space safer, and then people again are using our name and our brand to try and pocket money off innocent, hardworking people. It drives me nuts, which is another thing why I love working here and building projects and dApps that will stop this stuff.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be stopped. Love seeing the smiles and how happy you all are when talking about EverRise. We are in good hands. That's how we feel. I mean, genuinely, that's how we feel. We can call any of our, Suresh can call Guard, me, Jen can call David, Wasso, doesn't matter. Everybody's super close, from core to the staff. I mean, we have a great staff as well. We're all tightly knit. A lot of meetings every week, constant communication all day long. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that is not seen in the surface of Telegram, I guess you could say, or on the surface of Twitter. I mean, look what we built in 3 weeks. There was obviously a lot that had to get done behind the scenes to do it, and a lot of hardworking people. So I just want to give a big shout out to all the staff, all our Telegram mods, our Discord mods, everybody who is on the team making EverRise what it is, because this wouldn't be what it is without you guys. And then even further to our investors that, spend an hour or two a day shilling the project just because they love it, taking their hard-earned precious time and giving it to us and the community. I think it's incredible. So genuinely grateful. Thank you guys. Just want to throw that out there.
TJ,
yes,
better.
Jen.
No, I was just going to say I couldn't have said it better myself. And like to just emphasize on the point of the shillers that are going out there and shilling EverRise every day, like really from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Because like we can keep putting out good products that work and that are functional. We can keep getting, articles and interviews and doing press and doing marketing. But if we don't have a strong community and a strong base supporting those efforts, then it's nothing. So it's like you guys are such a pivotal role in that. And yeah, just thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just echo that as well. That I mean, really, every crypto ultimately derives its value from the holders, and so like people might get the sense that we have like some kind of magic button, and people may have heard me make this joke a few times that like, oh, why is the market going down? Oh, no, it's because I forgot to press the button that says market up. But like we don't have that. Really, what it is people buy, people sell, and we are more dependent on you than you are on us. Like we will hold up our end, but we cannot express our gratitude to you enough, because really it's you, the community, and you, the holders, who make any coin, not just us, but any coin happen. And that's the actual reality of it.
Yeah. And one more shout out that we need to give obviously is to Storm, who is not in this meeting but is a very valuable core team member. So thank you, Storm, for everything that you do. Works tremendously hard behind the scenes every day. Doesn't matter if it's Monday or Sunday or Saturday or Friday night. Storm's always going. So big shout out to Storm. I mean, the fact that we can create this kind of, I guess you can, I don't want to say work environment, because I don't know if that's the right word, but work motivation for people to go out of their way and have no problem being like, oh, we have this pop up on a Sunday. No problem. We're all in without any questions. It's great. And it just speaks to the caliber of the team and how much we believe in what we're building. So I kind of just want to stress that. And then also we obviously have to thank Jason for running behind the scenes today. As usual, thank you, Jason. You're great. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you're so talented, man. I love you. So thank you for everything that you do. I don't see that many more questions here. I'm just trying to scroll through, see if there's anything I have not asked. Is there anything anyone wants to add in the meantime? There's one question: when is EverWallet coming out? We don't really have a release date for that yet. It's being built, but we can't give you a release date for that yet. I'll answer that one just because that's an easy one. All right. Well, with that said, I think this was a very, very productive AMA. There was a lot of great questions that we answered, a lot of great questions that were asked. I think everything is pretty clear moving forward, especially if you rewatch this. If you have any questions, I would assume they would be answered. We're really excited to launch the bridge. We've all been feeling very anxious just to get it out. So this is a big step for EverRise. This is a big step for the holders, a huge step for the community and safety in the BSC, ETH, and Poly space. For now, that's what I'm going to say about that.
Who knows where else we'll go and what other bridges we'll cross.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe there will be a Rise space one of these days.
Who knows? Maybe. don't want to give anything away. Suresh, any final statements, my friend?
I mean, nothing. So, yeah, thank you for the community first of all. So, yeah, I mean, I cannot give anything like closing statements, but yeah, I can only say thank you.
Amazing. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up here, guys. It was a pleasure. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. You know where to reach us. We're always around. Thank you for believing in us. And, oh, look, we have a guest. As we're going to...
What?
Hooray!
Okay, I've been trying to get on for the last 4.5 hours, so I do apologize. Yeah, I am not building any bridges on my side, obviously. Can't get a camera to work, but yeah, I echo everything that was said today. I was actually enjoying listening to you guys speak, and Suresh speaking, and Jen and TJ, obviously, and Alex. I mean, listen, I'm excited for what's to come with this protocol, so stay tuned. Don't sleep on us.
Wait, David, because we just got you on, we all had to go around and answer, the sappy question. We all spoke from the heart. Like, you got to tell us too, like, what is your favorite thing about working on EverRise?
First of all, the team is really, I mean, like, so TJ said, like, the team is constantly talking. Like, this is, I'm not kidding, like, constantly. Like, there's, like, constant talk, like 3 o'clock, 4. It doesn't matter what time it is. It's somebody's calling a meeting, and it's always like, how do we get better? How do we get better? What do we do to get better? To improve the product? And so I appreciate that, number one. And obviously, like, the products speak for. Am I echoing? But the products speak for themselves, and it's fun just watching. Suresh went ahead and, like, did things in like 2 minutes, like, literally, like, it doesn't happen. Like, I've been around here long enough to see, like, these things don't happen. Like, it's usually like a month, 2 months. No, I was like, it was done the next day or something. Like, I mean, I'm being a little bit facetious here, but, like, seriously, it was done like close to the next day. I was like, okay, does he sleep? So, like, it's fun. It's enjoyable to be a part, or just watch you guys. Like, you guys, like, nonstop. Jen's not, like, just like nonstop knocking. What do you think? What do you think? Okay, I'm doing it, but she don't really have to ask me. She's good at what she does. And TJ and Waso are monsters, and I'm sure the community knows that. So I don't gotta vouch for you guys. Alex likes to beat me up behind the scenes, saying it live, and Suresh is so easy to talk to. And Storm, big shout out to Storm. She's everywhere. I mean, everywhere. So yeah, I just like, I have fun with you guys. I really do. I really do have fun. Just talk, even if it's not about EverRise, just 5 minutes to get away from it and just talking in general. It's fun. So it's a good group, a really good group, and I know that the products are going to deliver and bring real utility to the space, and this is not really putting me on the spot. This is real. It's all good. I talk about this on Twitter Spaces.
Well, David, I have a tear in my eye.
I know you do.
I know.
I have a tear right now that I actually got on.
Wait. So what we're saying is we need to all go celebrate all the tears that are happening.
I think so, and I think the community needs to realize, like, this is a real brand. This is a real protocol. I see a lot of protocols. I do my research, and you guys catch me in rooms. You're like, oh my God, you're in that room. I'm like, yeah, because I'm just studying the protocol, and I want to see, what are you guys doing? Besides charity, what are you doing? What are you bringing to the table? Because that's the first thing that a lot of, and it's not to down anybody, but a lot of protocols go for that. Here you have something that's legitimately bringing a use case to the table, and it's fun to see, like, the way it's being worked on, and it's like when you actually grab, anybody who's a dev, I'm sure, who would grab their hands on any of these utilities would probably go ahead and vouch that, Suresh puts, the work in, and Ben as well, and everybody else on the dev team goes ahead and, does a phenomenal job with it. So again, exciting to go ahead and be a part of this.
Thanks a lot, David.
Yeah.
I'm sure the
They're like,
community.
mute yourself. You talk too much. I'm muting myself.
No, I'm just excited to see your face. Like the whole time I'm like, oh, when's David coming?
So I took the suit off because I was like so frustrated. I'm like, I'm never getting on. I'm like, not getting on. Like I have EverRise community members like, are you coming on? I'm like, I'm trying. Like, I don't know. I'm just suffering here. I was about to use the iPhone last resort, and that would have been just like, disservice to the community for me to just jump on that way. But I'm happy. I'm happy to see TJ over here. He's like, you know what, TJ, you should replace, what's his name? The comedian who does
I don't like this.
No, but it's a good thing. The guy that got the winner wrong for Miss Universe. Steve Harvey. So Steve Harvey, I think you did such a great job at moderating.
Oh, thanks. I could be Steve Harvey.
I could see that happening.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, he calls you Steve Harvey. He's called me Hannibal Lecter.
I'm not gonna get into it. This is public right now. I know we're going overtime. I'm not getting into what Alex has done to me. He's sweating. He's sweating on live TV right now, but I'm gonna get another thing handed to me after this is done.
No
It's
question.
okay. I'll take you out to lunch on Alex's
I appreciate that, Jen.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And Jen, listen, I gotta say, like, Jen works hard. Like, she works hard. Like, she questions everything. She works hard. That's a good thing to have in a marketing branding department where somebody's like literally trying to figure out how to go ahead and tell the story about the protocol itself. So it's great to see that. And again, jumping onto TJ and Wazo, I know Wazo is not here, but guys work. They work.
Thanks, buddy. And so does David. Like, a lot of people don't realize David helps us a lot. He does a ton of stuff. He opens a lot of doors for us. He closes a lot of deals for us. So thank you, David, for your hard work too.
Anything I can do to help this project, it is what, I think the Polygon thing is great. I think we'll have more. I'm sure. I feel like, EverRise is like the first legit protocol from BSC. Like, that's how I feel. And, it's not degrading anybody else. I can feel that way because I can see what's being done behind the scenes. And again, that's not throwing any shade at anybody. It's just the work ethic that's, look, Suresh has literally put together the best team possible. So, when you go out there as a founder and you get the best talent available, it says a lot. He hasn't cheaped out to go ahead and just bring in somebody to go ahead and handle something. So it's just fun to watch. Again, it's fun to watch the team work. You guys don't see what happens behind the scenes. These guys, I'm not even naming everybody. The guys behind the scenes, they work non-stop. It's just non-stop messages. Like, I want to turn off my phone. It's not annoying. It's just that they're just on it. And that's what makes a great protocol, when people care about something, and they do really care.
Thank you, David. I'm sure
Thanks.
all the staff behind the scenes appreciate you saying that. I'm sure the community appreciates you noticing that, especially, and bringing it to light. And we're all grateful to have you on board as well. You're an equal part of this team, and it wouldn't be the same without you. So thank you for everything that you do for us, and your belief so early on in Titan's vision and in the whole project as a whole.
I can't wait to go ahead and see us up there, top 20. That's the goal.
Oh man, top 20. We're not. That's nothing. That's
That's I say top 1. Everybody be like, he's he should have muted himself and stayed off camera. So like, I'm just going to say, or I guess we could be top 1 in our category. How about that? And then we can go from there. But at least having that kind of mindset, and I get that vibe from everybody here. The mindset is like, we're going to win. Like we're developing products that are winners, and they're effective, and they have use cases behind them. They're not just made to say, okay, we made a product. No, like if you're a legitimate product, right, or a legitimate, protocol, and you want to be here long term, you'll use the EverOwn, right? I mean, if I'm creating a project and I want trust within my own community, I'm gonna go over to EverOwn and say, here's my contract, and then the people will vote. So like, that's why like I love everything that's being done here. Like the work, the utility that's being brought in. That's why I feel like we're the best BSC project that came out from the Binance Chain space.
I love that.
They're like, man, I'm hyping it up, but I'm being like, I don't say things like, I'm blunt.
No, I don't.
And I'll just say like, we suck, but it's not true. Just I can't do that.
Yeah, full disclosure. This is just David speaking from the heart. I mean, none of this is scripted. This is just and the floor is ours. We take it and then we do with it what we will. So thank you, David, for saying that. We appreciate it. We're just after the top of the hour. So Jen, you started the show. I'll let you close it out this time.
Well, honestly, I couldn't think of a better way to close the show apart from David coming on for those last like 13 minutes. But again, guys, thank you so much. You've heard me talk about it during the AMAs. Today is a huge day for us. We were able to give you guys a preview into something a week before we're actually launching it. It shows us that it works. It looks good, it looks clean, and it's coming. So on that note, Jason, I'll throw it back to you. Yep.
Thanks.
Have a good one.